Alright. Let's just get ourselves back into position. Looks like they're going to be doing some counterattacks. Well, who's attacking? Oh, we have some French soldiers coming in. Right, they're arriving by sea via Romania. Interesting. Yeah, having Romania on our side means that we do have the fallback position of running through Romania to try and get to France. If that is necessary. You're coming in to reinforce, you're going to reinforce. I need a couple more troops over there, I think. We'll say one more over here too. Yes, we are incredibly low on light tanks. Light tanks only cost steel, so I probably should try to focus them a little bit more. Let's do this. Whoops. Oh, went into motorized. We can do one less motorized. No we can't, because I still don't have... field hospitals. Let's keep shuffling troops around just to make sure we don't lose these positions. Because that would be particularly annoying. No, don't do that. Stop. You go there. You go there. Okay, with the exception of this one location, I think we are now golden. How are the French doing? Yep, they continue to push out. Unfortunately, the Alps is now completely unguarded, so as soon as Italy joins, we're screwed. Let's get both of you here. And yeah, we're completely tapped. Like, we have no light tanks left. I just bought Hard to Find 4. Which country would I recommend for the first run? Italy. Absolutely Italy. Because if you screw up, then Germany's got your back. The Italians are active, land, sea and air. And you have the early war in Ethiopia to learn how things work very quickly. And it's not a difficult enemy. So Italy. 100% Italy. Alright, we have another build thing to go. We're getting loads of artillery, so I can probably tone that down. Oh, unless we don't have artillery in our divisions. We don't. Let's get some support artillery, which we can quite easily afford. And also in the Czech Legion units. And yeah, we do still have a surplus. I think I might even just go for another light tank. Just keep getting those. I just have so many resource shortages. There's not a huge amount I can do about that. They're attacking Bratislava, but that's okay. Alright, I think we're kind of entering Sitzkrieg around Czechoslovakia. Germany's starting to dig in. I've dug in. I've lost the majority of my offensive forces, despite the fact we've taken Budapest twice. Well, once, and we almost took it a second time. What else can I do? We have a tiny bit of non-aligned, but I don't think there's a huge amount we can do about that. Can't get any of those. Oh yeah, the Elusive Gentleman's now available. And can't get him right now, but I think I will pick up the Elusive Gentleman. You are in the process of spying on the Germans. I think I'm actually going to get you to spy in Hungary. Huzzah! Any resources to get? Aluminium, tiny bit of steel. A little bit of oil down here in Hungary as well. Interesting. But aluminium will be the main benefit, and it's a lot. Like, we'll be able to start exporting it. What focus is Germany on? Germany is on the anti-Soviet pact. Hey, Tin Tuna! Coming in with a 13-month Twitch Prime resubscription. Thank you very much for that tuna. Very much appreciate it. Thank you. What's the average fort level for the Czech and Slovak forts? Probably about 5. Like, these are all 7s. These are 3s? Yeah, these are all 3s. Huzzah! Walker, thank you very much for the 12-month Twitch Prime resubscription. Walker, it's time. Congratulations on earning the Golden Wings. Thank you very much for the ongoing support. Very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Germany is still doing some attacks against the Yugoslavians. France is doing just general attacks along the entire front line. Germany has still lost more troops than the French have, so I think this is okay. 201 factories to about 170, so overall we are more developed than Germany is. Anarchists are about to lose. Carlists are going to lose fairly soon. Spanish Directory doesn't seem to be doing very well. I would say that this is likely to be a Republican victory. And there's the field hospital. I think I'm going to go for engineering companies now. Going to keep doubling down on the support. Although, 1939, we could get medium tanks. You know what? I think we will. We'll switch out the light tanks for mediums. Because the light tanks clearly aren't doing their job. Do I have forts in the entire German border? Yep. Which is why Germany is not attacked here at all since the war started. And I don't blame them, quite frankly. Let's get another Czech Legion. Slowly but surely phasing in the heavies. Research ships. I'm completely landlocked. Why would I want to research ships? Yeah, I'm not seeing any real opportunities to attack. There's a couple of weakened Hungarian units there. Is Hungary having manpower issues? I mean, they've only lost 34,000 to my 98,000. Like, we've actually suffered some pretty extreme casualties. They are still positive manpower. And we should be up to 6.2%. So we've got another 2% manpower to recruit. We're going to be able to punch really quite significantly above our weight. Are we doing anything with occupations? Yeah, we've got a tiny bit of Hungary. Do we have a cavalry division? We do. They're kind of crap, though. Let's duplicate this and call it police. Let's make sure that this is properly set up. We're going to remove you. We're going to add 2 more. We're going to change your icon to that. Okay, then occupied territories. We're going to switch this to the police. And we're going to say that our default is going to be martial law. And then we'll manually reduce that afterwards. Can you use Navy on the rivers like in vanilla like you can all World Blues? Nope. Okay, Grand Assault, done. So now we need to choose between Assault and Infiltration. And we wanted to go with the path with the most max planning, which is Assault. Where there is quite a lot. And actually, speaking of max planning, we haven't even maxed out our own max planning. Because we can still get the Security Council, and I think we probably want to do that. The Indian National Congress triumphs in the provincial elections. In the recent local elections, the Indian National Congress has achieved an overwhelming majority for their platform of slow ordered transition to local government and dominion status in the future. The German Reich formalises the anti-Soviet pact. The German Reich has long condemned communism in all forms and has made diplomatic motions to demand other nations oppose it as well. Now, the German Reich has offered states under immediate threat from communism a chance to form a pact against the Soviet Union. Any country in the pact will be committed to fighting a war against the Soviets should there come a time when a member is attacked. So we did the right thing, trusting in the West. The West had our back. United States pursues interventionist policies. Oh, really? That's different. The peace movement in the United States has suffered from a severe setback as Congress passed a joint resolution encouraging President Franklin Delano Roosevelt to use military force, if necessary, to safeguard American interests around the world. It appears that many in Congress have decided it was American indecisiveness that allowed the Great War to drag on for so long and consume so many lives. They point out that within a few months of the US troops entering Europe, the Great War had come to an end. An earlier intervention, they argue, could have saved hundreds of thousands. The Japanese shogunate has declared war upon communist China, which means the Japanese are now at war with the Soviets, I think. Yeah, this is the actual monarchist path. Oh, I can't see which one that is. There's Kodahar, isn't it? The shogunate. Yeah, we've got enough fuel for now. Mongolia, Tanutuva. No, Communist China was not allied to the Soviets. And it's not allied to China either, so it's a little bit of a weird one. China is being guaranteed by Britain? Interesting. So Britain's not going to get involved against Germany, but will get involved against Japan. That changes things. Meanwhile, the French are actually having a pretty good time pushing out against the Germans. Mexico to two states, Mexican junta have been annexed. Is it just me, or is the game volume really low? Yeah, I think I've reduced them. There we go. That's what I was expecting. Is historic off? Yes, historic is off. It's random. In fact, I don't think it's random. I think it's just no historical. I think we can probably do this. And we can probably also recruit a couple more of these. Seeing as we have plenty of infantry equipment. It's just the support equipment and tanks that we're lacking. And I would really quite like to make more support equipment, so I think I'm going to upgrade you to level 5. And how many motorized am I going to need? 600. Okay, we'll keep 2 on a motorized for now. What's my goal for this campaign? Yeah, not dying. That's a big one for Czechoslovakia. We have enough artillery at anti-air that we're a bit low on. But now we have the French in, and we're pretty dominant in our own airspace, so I don't think we necessarily need it very much. Right, new focus. Export subsidies, which means that more consumer goods and cheaper guns, or the 15% extra max planning. I think I'm going to go with the max planning. Because this also buffs up my allies. Is it all of them or just the little Entente people? No, it's France as well. Oh, good lord. France with Maginot and also Entente planning. That's 35% more max planning than they'd ordinarily get. Okay, so France being in the Little Entente is actually super strong. That's going to be pretty nice. What's Italy doing? Being very quiet. Unknown. Japanese shogunate declared war on China. Okay, now that's all starting. Have you gotten linguist yet? 99%. China joined the Allies. Right, this isn't the Allies. So it's China and Britain versus Japan. Britain has not joined the war against Germany. France's war books will be thicker than their heavy tank armor soon. Now, that's the secret. The tanks in this timeline are the history books. Not the history books, the military planning books. Right, we can get another upgrade. It was going to be the elusive gentleman. The only other one that would really be of use would be the attrition. We're not really suffering attrition being defensive. Alright, so now we can get to agent. There we go. 30 days. Actually, only want 6 divisions. Oh, I see. These units are actually terrible. I hadn't quite realised how bad they were. Yeah, this definitely needs an upgrade. And there it is, the upgrade. And I think I'm going to turn these into my tank divisions. Needs more light tanks, but when we get them made, we'll get them made. Pull them back from the front line, get them some training, because they're going to need it. What on earth is an R1? Don't know. Ulm has fallen. Augsburg looks like it's going to fall soon. But France is really low on equipment. Stop attacking, please, France. France, stop. Stop, please. France. Oh no, they're out of manpower. France, stop. 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 400,000 dead. You can't afford to do this anymore. Germany's just going to turn around and kick your ass. Stop. Motorized and mechanized recon for the armor. None yet, because I don't have the support equipment for it. It's just cavalry. We are now 1,000 light tanks short. That's a few. You're low on fuel. I'm always low on fuel. It's a perfectly balanced economy. Yeah, France is pulling a Soviet. Because of the early successes, they're just like, keep attacking! We're going to be really stupid and just keep on attacking. Let's go with Anna Havlikova. And we're going to set you up in Lower Austria. Will I try pushing into Germany first through Hungary? I mean, we've already been attacking Hungary. It's just that the Germans have now really arrived in numbers, so they're pretty well fortified. My main objective now is pulling as many troops away from the French front. Although I really wish the French would stop attacking. Yeah, now the Germans are counter-attacking. Okay. Are there any artillery upgrades? 1939, yes there is. Bulgaria submits to Romania. In response to a Romanian ultimatum and faced with immediate Romanian military action should they refuse, the Bulgarians have made significant changes to their government to make it more Romania-friendly. Bulgaria has accepted all of their neighbours' demands, and it's unlikely they will refuse further requests. As a result, it can now be regarded as a Romanian puppet. Okay, so we have Bulgaria. Welcome to the fight, Bulgaria. This really is the best of all possible worlds. For us. Germany must now face the wrath of the Balkans. Alright, I think it is now time for us to buy in some oil. Oh, hi Romania! What's this? You have a border with us? Well, ain't that nice? Yes, Bulgaria, I will accept your lend-lease. Why, thank you. Much obliged to you. Oh man, when Italy joins this war, it's going to be a bloodbath. There's the Security Council. As the threat of war looms, more and more nations are looking to purchase tanks. Government guarantees for loans and other measures can encourage other countries to buy Czechoslovakian and improve the economies of scale even further. And considering I am already at 10% consumer goods, that's going to drop me down to just 5%. Sweet. Yeah, it's going to take you a bit of time to get trained up, I think. And someone mentioned getting excavation earlier. The only thing that excavation would really improve for us would be steel. Actually, we do have a tiny bit of chromium. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Dispersed industry. France wants to see, yeah, support equipment. Thank you, France. Oh, upgrade guns. Yes, please. Do we know what focus France is on? Promote entrepreneurship. Italy and Germany have pursued closer bonds. This is when we lose. Well, this is when France loses. Thankfully, I am still a great power. So even when France dies, I'm still in the fight. Yugoslavia, please tell me you're guarding this. Come on, Yugoslavia. And this is when the French go, oh, we probably should have stopped attacking the Germans. Yeah, look, they're losing everywhere. Look how pathetic these units are. They're even attacking the... No! Don't attack the Italians! Conserve your manpower, France. Crikey! AI in this game is really dumb sometimes. Sorry, sometimes? Spain took 2 states. Carlist Spain have been annexed. And that is the medium tank. Let's get a better recon. France has cancelled their Lend-Lease. Yeah, don't say. And France, I think, has also, yeah, cut off their steel supplies. So we're going to need to buy that from the Soviets. Which thankfully I can still reach. You know what? That's fine. And I'm going to switch this over to medium tanks now. Which is going to require a bunch of tungsten. Which we can buy from... Greece? Oh no. Soviets. Too much steel. Alright, so the Hungary... Oh! Wow. That's pushing kind of hard. Hungarians are attacking into us. Come on, reinforcements. Get there. Good. That was cutting things a little bit close. And still kind of is. Elsewhere we're still holding. You're coming back over this way. You'll be able to replenish that very quickly. This is the one spot that doesn't have a fort. That's why it's being hit so hard. So let's make sure it gets built. And then once we have the focus, export subsidies. No, because I still want to get the tank upgrade, so it's going to be the next one. Then it's going to be the Hungary line. France trying to re-establish Napoleon's legacy. What? Of losing? Oh man, France. You've just killed yourself. I know you have. Like, you did an impressive amount of damage to Germany, but Germany has 50% more factories than you do. It can replace those losses. We can't. In fact, Germany, now that Italy has joined them, does have quite significantly more factories than we do. Would it be possible to pull Poland to our side? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen when Germany declares war on the Poles.